What's up, everybody, and welcome to the official PlayStation podcast of the KT Data Network. We are the LittleBigKast. On today's show, Jeff has the chicken talk. You guys wait around to see what that's about.
Boy.
Context.
Rachel's boogs are the color perp.
They were
Wow,
pretty.
yeah.
And ice cream makes your poop blue.
Since when?
All
is
this
gaming
and
news.
more, ladies and gentlemen, on the 48th episode, we're almost at 50, of the LittleBigKast. Welcome, everybody. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 48 of the LittleBigKast. I'm one of your hosts today. My name is Jeff Hawks, and with me, as always, we're a full crew today, which is
Wow.
cool. I'm really excited. It's been a while. I was gone last week,
We missed you.
and Drew wasn't with us the week before that.
Well, not like here,
With
yeah.
us.
He was here, but he wasn't here.
And the week before that, I think we were missing.
It was like, it's been a
Me.
while. You,
Yeah.
you were in
Spring Brizake.
California,
Yeah.
Bring it all back
so
around.
we're back.
Look at that.
Can we all just put our hands in the center and just hut and just be like,
Go Team
Go
LBK.
Team.
Yay.
Back.
So yeah,
Video
we're back.
games.
Stoked to be back. Like I said, my name's Jeff Hawks. I'm one of your hosts for today. With me, as always, you know, the insatiable Drew Tyler,
Oh, I like that. You can't get enough of ooh.
the
Thank you.
powerful Robin Hazlett,
Been working out.
and the
Swole.
I have Mulan
Pressure.
stuck in my head, and the only thing left is
you.
pleasurable. So the pleasurable
All right.
Rachel Hernandez.
Never found Mulan pleasurable. Well, I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you
cool.
did. I'm
They
glad you
might, they
did.
might make a live action movie.
That'd be cool. You could be Mulan.
I know, I could.
That would be a good role for you.
You would make a great
Just
Mulan.
go kick
Thanks.
dudes' asses.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. And
Yes.
look like one. And I get to do the samurai bun, so
Mulan
it'll
with new
all
tats.
work out, right? modern.
Next show,
Mulan.
Samurai Bun Rachel. That
Deal.
will be your intro. You come with the Samurai Bun. I'll be like, with me as always, Samurai Bun Rachel.
We wear them on
We're doing
Saturdays at work, and we call them Fun Bun.
Fun bun.
Saturdays.
Fun Bun Saturdays.
Only fun
Enjoy
bun
the little things, right?
I wish I could do
Did
a
you come
bun.
from work today?
No, those are Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay, that's too bad. Because I need a fix. I need something like this size. Look at this thing.
Without
Are they a
caffeine.
sponsor
With
yet?
my tall can.
It's so huge.
The
Yeah,
tall
it's my big,
can.
It's my big can for a big man.
Yeah. I am medium.
Anyway, I'm stoked to be back, guys.
Good.
This last week I haven't played a lot of games, so I'm just gonna go first if that's cool.
Yes.
Because
Let's do it.
I've had a very good week actually, but it was totally separate from video games, so I haven't done a lot of video game other than mobile gaming.
Yeah, that counts for
On
something.
the mobile front, has anyone here? Have you guys ever played Banner Saga?
I love Banner
Very cool.
Saga.
Very
Oh my
cool.
Bruce
gosh.
Banner?
No,
No
it's,
S.
No
it's
idea.
very cool. Check it out. It is on iOS and Android, and it's coming soon. I learned to PlayStation 4, so maybe hold off.
Okay.
I think I would prefer to play it on a console.
I think that
Is it RPG?
It
It's
plays a
complex
lot.
enough.
I've played it on PC.
Okay.
And it reads a lot better on a full screen because it's pretty immersive. It's like
It's really complex for a mobile game. That's what's kind of surprised me
Snow
about it.
Studio just outdid themselves. They're based out of Austin.
Yeah.
And
Killed
they-
it.
They're just and they're
art-
just fantastic
the
people.
And
art is amazing.
It's only been released for like a month or so, right? Like February or something.
On iOS and Android, I think for like a year now almost, right?
It just came out on Android. It's
Oh, 2
been-
years,
It's
okay.
been out on Steam. I
Steam,
know,
that's where I should find it.
for, I want to say like a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
2 years, okay.
What kind of game is
Complex.
Anyone?
It's like a
little bit-
strategy
You get to guess.
RPG kind of. I mean, you're leveling up characters, right? But your battle system are all kind of like
turn-based.
turn-based
Okay.
strategy, right?
Yeah, I would say so. But the storyline is highly complex.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it kind of is reminiscent almost of Telltale games too, because you
Yeah.
make decisions and people remember decisions that you make. So it's very cool. The other mobile game that I played that I think, Drew, you would freaking love
I need more Smash
is Monument Valley. Have any of you guys played that?
Monument Valley.
Okay,
Sounds
so
like a railroad
Monument
game.
Valley is like Endochrome, except that it is fluid and seriously beautiful. Like it's very cool. So I'll show you after the podcast.
Okay, but it's still like perception.
You're moving
perspective.
things around. You're creating paths for people. So like very similar to Endochrome, which you didn't like.
Wait, going right, the only rage quit game I've ever had. Yeah,
Echochrome.
Yeah.
Similar
It's like
to Echochrome.
Echochrome, but not crappy.
It's like Echochrome.
Well, I remember that was like 8 years ago. So.
5.0.
Okay.
Basically, you have
play
rotating
that.
platforms, you have elevations that change, and it's all about perspective and manipulating pathways into existence so that your character can move.
Okay.
And it tells a good story throughout it. So it's it actually, honestly, here's a great way to. It's like if Echochrome and Journey had a baby.
Oh my!
I was looking at
This is Journey,
this
yeah.
art style. I'm like, that's Journey.
It feels like Journey, and the story is kind of told in a Journey way, where like a lot of it is
You
kind of
carry on,
ambiguous,
and
but
I'll
you're
just
on a path
pull it
and
on
you're
real
constantly
quick.
moving forward. It's very cool. I liked it a lot. Other than that,
How much?
I spent
How much did they cost? Were they-
$3.99 for the Monument.
yeah, Monument Valley's pretty cheap. Banner Saga was a little more. I think I paid $7.
Yeah.
If it's coming to PS4, I'm gonna hold off.
Yeah, I would say hold off. It plays better on a screen.
I think after I found out that it was coming to PS4, I stopped playing because I was like, you know what, this is good enough that I'm fine with them having my money. I'll buy it again later.
Cool.
So I'm excited. Let's see, what else did I do? I went to Glass Beach in California.
Which
I don't know if you guys have ever been there.
awesome.
It's very cool.
Cool.
It is entire beaches of glass that has been just worn down by the surf over the years to where it is smooth, and I mean you can walk on it. They look like little glass rocks, transparent, color-filled rocks. So you go down on this beach and it's like the beach is like a rainbow. I mean, just
Fun.
it's like someone poured Skittles all over a beach. That's exactly what it's like.
Great, now
And so you go down there and you're
If I
walking
could eat
around
that,
and
I'd
like
be
the
okay
waves
with
come
that.
up and you see these reflections of different colored light
Dude,
in
How did I not know
in
that
the
this was a
waves. It's
thing?
very, very cool. So we went there. That was awesome. Spent the evening in this little town in Northern California. And I can't remember where. I think it's Fort Bragg, California, is where it's at.
Crescent
Not a
City.
base.
Not Crescent City.
No, it's Fort Bragg.
Right.
Well, that's where we
That's-
stayed.
that's
It's
where we
like
stayed.
Glass Beach is like right outside of it. I don't know if it's in a different city or county or whatever. But we spent a lot of time on the beach, like for it being Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area. Like, you typically don't go play in the water, and we weren't playing in the water, but we were like messing with like the little sea urchins and stuff in the tide pools.
Cute.
And it was a great time, honestly. Like, there's something about being at an ocean that like
Isn't
kind of
it
brings
just
things back into
rad?
perspective, and like
I am
you get to
trying.
breathe for a minute. You get to kind of like reconnect with yourself. And on top of that, while I was there, I watched Jiro Dreams of Sushi again,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
one of my favorite documentaries. I've seen it several times. Have you seen it?
No.
I'm basing by your facial
Oh,
expression. that you have.
Everyone's expressing.
Yeah, I started it and I
Sushi.
really loved it.
Yes.
Okay, if you like sushi, you need to watch Jiro Dreams of Sushi. It's about
If
this
you
like
like
86-year-old.
Period.
It's this
good.
86-year-old Japanese dude who has devoted his entire life to making perfect sushi. And so it's all about like dedication and like
Like he
finding
has to-
honor in
Yeah.
the pursuit of perfection. It's very, very cool. It's really inspiring. And then The Last Man on Earth. So I got to watch TV shows about people pooping on diving boards into poop pools.
That's what they
We've
do.
talked
in
about
Last
this,
Man-
right?
Yeah, but I
How
don't.
he sawed a toilet in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
diving board so
yeah.
that he could poop somewhere.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. The show's still hilarious, and if you haven't seen it, it's on Hulu, and it's amazing. And that's been my week, guys. But tonight I'll be back with video games. So if you're
So
around this
farewell.
evening, 8:30 Mountain Time, I'll be swimming.
Swimming.
I'll be swimming. I'll be streaming.
My little guy's gonna be
what am I gonna be
swimming.
streaming? 3 Nightfalls.
Yeah, it sounds like you're very
And
busy.
probably
working.
3 weeklies, just right back to back with the man KT, and it sounds like Render 21 will be there with me too. So if you want to check in with us, feel free to jump into my Twitch stream later.
We'll host it on here. Yeah, that sounds exciting.
Fantastic.
Who wants to go next? I vote Robin.
Okay, Robin,
Yeah,
we vote for
let's
you.
go
What is this-
diagonal.
Like, what is this, like,
Yep.
nose goes kind of thing?
Yeah.
Let's see. My week has, it has consisted of me playing the Handsome Collection.
Yes, I saw you on there
Which
many
is
times.
Wait, on PS4?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the real
No,
one?
this makes me really want.
So you're starting over.
Yeah, I'm okay with
You should
starting
have told me. I would have got it.
The pre-sequel. I just got it. I just got it last night.
Because you
I
get
just
the
got it.
sequel and you get.
Borderlands 2.
But you don't get the Borderlands.
No,
It's not on. It's not on the
That's on
PS4.
Xbox.
Right. It's somewhere else.
Not Borderlands 1, but you get
Right.
Borderlands 2.
And
all
the
DLC.
pre-sequel.
and the
all
pre-sequel
this
and all the
DLC.
DLC.
Yeah.
Which is
The
pretty cool.
DLC for Borderlands 2 is the fun, like, the most hilarious video game play
I'm
I've
ready.
ever had in my whole life.
I'm ready.
Yeah, no, it is magic. It's like
Have you played them all? You hadn't played Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep, right?
I had not.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
This
I'm gonna
is
buy
a
this
great
game.
title.
We are all gonna play through
Can we
just so that we
please?
can all play this
We
together
should-
because it's fantastic.
Yes.
We could play. Glenn can alternate. He played with me, so we could
I'm
like
excited.
even
I
mix
saw
it all
you.
in.
I saw Drew
we
playing
played.
last
We
night,
played.
and I was like, yes.
What kind of
was fun.
character? Sorry,
Be
what's,
the
what,
bona
you go ahead.
Okay. It's.
You got me
it's-
all excited.
No, it's okay. It's like super,
He's swimming all over the place.
And there's
The
our
word
show
of the
title.
day.
I'm swimming.
Jeff Sweems. But it's so crazy gorgeous, and I was debating like, oh, I don't want to do like
All
know,
the cell shades.
it's like oh whatever. It's,
So the art is
I have it
better.
on 3
Like,
other consoles.
Okay, so I played the crap out of it on PS3, right? Like I played the crap out of Borderlands. I love Borderlands,
yeah, this
but I was like, do you feel that jump? Does it feel like a jump to next gen?
yeah.
Okay,
it's-
all right, I'm in. I'm buying it tonight.
Because I played Xbox Borderlands with Glenn for 4 or 5 hours, and then we played last night for a couple of hours on the prequel. Oh my gosh, so sexy! Like it was
I
just beautiful. It was just beautiful, and the same art style, but yet even like
But just
a lot,
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I played around with that, and I got the next episode for the Game of Thrones from Telltale.
Very cool.
I have never been more stressed out playing for 30
no.
minutes in my entire
Really?
life. Because I'm like, I have seen people get killed on this. Like, this will be all my fault if I choose the wrong little option here. Like, do I tell them that I know this secret? Or do I keep it to myself? Are they going to find out? I mean, I'm trying to work with Marjorie and Tyrion, and they both don't like each other. And I'm just like,
All the drama.
it's like, I've never been this stressed
Wow.
out just playing, like ye old choice-based game. And it was all of like 45
Pressure.
minutes. And
Pressure.
I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. So yeah, so that was my gaming week.
Nice.
Wow.
Sounds really stressful.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What Borderlands character did you pick?
Necromancer.
Necromancer.
Yeah.
You're
So
you're
fun.
true.
They're so
true and
fun.
true.
Yeah.
True to the core.
So and that's because I played the pre-sequel.
Okay, you go next.
Well, I played the pre-sequel, and
Yeah.
do you get to choose a Necromancer? I didn't get to see a
No,
choice. No, I did different characters, right? You can play
be
a
Claptrap.
Handsome Jack or Claptrap. Like I picked one called Athena.
Yes.
And
yes,
she's-
she's
Get an owl?
gladiator.
Gladiator style, right? Yeah.
What? See,
Yes.
I
Say
don't know
what?
anything
Does
about.
she have an owl?
I don't know anything about.
No,
the
she has
pre-sequel.
this awesome like Captain America shield. She'll flip it up and it'll be like, and it's like red see-through, and then she hucks it at people. And
That's
that's
cool.
sweet. That's
Yeah.
sweet.
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah,
excited.
you are. Well, I'll
It's good.
say.
No, it's good. And so if I go next, then I guess I can tell you that last week
so
we
happy.
we said that I got my own PS4 and it shipped and it got in. And I installed it like I put it in yesterday, and I did the whole like backup and restore that system update lets you do now. So
Yeah.
I dropped a bunch of stuff to a hard drive, moved it over to my new one, put it back in, and then Glenn came over to pick up his. I said I was relinquishing adoptive possession. Right? I was like, I'll let you have it.
I'm returning this.
So he came over and.
So you're gonna
picked
start
this up?
playing on
Yeah.
PS4,
Yep.
PS4 more?
Yep.
Because he plays a lot of Xbox, right?
He does, and he's gonna play a lot more PS4. And now that he has it,
Better.
he'll travel like.
With it,
he's
jam on
such
the
a
road.
kind guy. Like he's so like thoughtful that he's just like, Drew's having so much fun and playing this that he doesn't bother to come and get it on his longer trips. He's just been like, I'll do something else.
That's cool.
Right, and so,
So
now,
now
he has
he'll-
his own. He'll take it with him. He'll be
Right,
playing lots.
cool.
So we played Destiny with him. We'll play Borderlands and stuff. So it was awesome. We played that pre-sequel. I felt like it got really hard really fast. Like we were like playing through it, and the first like major boss fight that comes up, it was like deadlift, right? And it was like, I can't do anything. It's like, well, maybe we need to go do some side things to level up before we
For
come
sure.
back. Or is it really that hard?
It's that hard. You need
deadlift.
2 people
Yeah.
to do this.
Yeah,
Is it-
well, we
they're
could
all
not do
fourth, though,
anything.
right?
So happy.
Pre-sequel's 4, right?
Pre-sequel?
Pre-sequel, 4-player co-op. Still?
Oh yeah.
Right.
And still jump on there and
Okay.
play. But I just had a great time. And then we also, because he has his now and I have mine, we did the family share idea and I couldn't grasp this when you were telling me, well, yeah, your primary machine is at his house and his primary machine is at your house, and I'm just like, account wise,
Right.
It's like, I don't get this. But after we had set the two of them up side by side, it made sense. It was like, oh, okay, because this is his primary machine, all of his content is there,
Is
and
for
anybody
everyone.
on there gets
Right.
to be on there.
So that's why when we were doing the raid last week, and me and Render tried to switch so that I could play his character and just do it at a level 32 to kill the boss.
Oh, yeah.
When we were doing the raid,
Uh-huh.
he didn't have the DLC, but on his machine, I do.
because you guys have the same setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on his machine, which is my primary account, I purchased the
Which
DLC.
means he has the access.
But on my PS4, which is his primary account. Wow, this is getting really complex for all of our listeners.
But it works so well for
it's
like
perfect
joint gaming. When you have somebody that you know, straight. I'm straight.
Cute.
It's just awesome. I just had a good time. That was it. That was my week. Did I have anything else I want to talk about? Oh, it is my my kids are on spring break, and so this has actually felt more like spring break than our spring break was.
Yeah.
Because they're like letting me sleep in every morning. I don't have to race them to an 8 o'clock bus stop. Like this morning, I didn't get up till almost 8:30.
Oh gosh, I remember those days.
Yeah, right. Peach teaches class at 7:30, so she was out and gone. And the kids, I think they came on, pour me some cereal, and I was like, get your own damn cereal. And they let me sleep.
There's Pop-Tarts in the fridge.
You go feed your sister. No, it was wonderful. So I'm enjoying it. I skipped a lot of school yesterday because I was like, hey, my kids are home. I'm gonna go play with my kids. Yeah. They actually came up to campus. This is like etched in my mind. Like it was one of those movie moments where Peach brought them up to play feed ducks at the duck pond, and so she's like, oh, you know, they want to come see you. Are you free? And I was like, yeah, I'm free. I'll meet you down by the UB. So I walked down there, and they come up where that big W rock is, and all three of them, like in this perfectly spaced apart, the two little ones in the back and the big one in the front, running towards me. She's taking long steps, and the littlest one is taking like twice as many steps, and they just all three of them are just moving forward. It was like
picturesque.
Yeah, it was totally. I was just, and I actually was like, I need a picture of this, and I thought, no, I need to just take it all in.
A Walter Mitty.
Yes, it was.
Dude.
It was where it was like, sometimes I don't even take a picture, I just watch.
Anyway, just enjoy it.
I just enjoy
for me.
Yeah, it was cool. It was so cool. So there you go. I played that. Got all the things set up. Played a little Destiny on and off, and then last night I got Bloodborne.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yes, Drew, be the first one to get Bloodborne.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because I think I like the idea of what like the world that it's in. But I played the first 10 minutes and it still felt really like, what am I supposed to be doing? Where am I going? Like these weird things will come out of the ground and give you like notes. So it's like notes to like help you with gameplay.
Other players can do that.
They can come out.
The other players can leave notes for you where they've died.
Oh, okay. So what I found was like stuff
That's
like,
not morbid.
you know, use X to do this, use R1 to do this. So I found that, and then the story was creepy and weird, enjoyable. And though it's horror-like, it's very much more my fantasy genre. Like I'd rather play that kind of horror than like Asylum horror, right? Yeah. But when they had like there was like they put you out or you do some sort of like blood transfusion thing. I'm not sure quite what's going on yet, but this weird moment where you look over, you're like strapped to a gurney, and this beast of some sort comes out of a blood pool, and he has like no skin, and it's just blood and guts and meat hanging off of bones, and it's just like
in
what?
full HD.
Yeah, exactly. And it was,
Inglorious.
and Peach is like grading, you know, she's grading things and working right next to me, and she just looks up and she's like, "What the hell is this?" I was like, "Well, I'm playing a game." But it was like
Drew.
No, it was. I only got like 10 minutes in. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to getting on it again soon. But I just there's enough things that I didn't quite get a full grasp of like the context of what I'm supposed to be doing. The first thing I came across and tried to punch and hit a couple of times, it didn't quite. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't take him down. I felt like, wait, this shouldn't be so hard. This is my first person to kill. Anyway, I'm looking forward to getting back in there and trying to figure it out.
As you play it, let me know. Stream it. Let me know.
Okay,
That's
I can push that out.
Stream.
Oh yeah, I can. Especially my noobness and be like, hey, everybody, come watch me figure this out.
Right, for sure.
Hey, Freddie just joined us. What
die a
up?
lot.
Sun and Guns on the line.
Yeah.
Cool. That's my week though. I'm just enjoying it. Tomorrow we're going to Baby Animal Days. You guys ever been there?
No, but I want to.
Oh, it's so worth it.
Baby animals at the zoo.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week.
Like
it's not even a
just
zoo.
like
It's like
poop all the
handhold.
time.
Like you just walk in and they bring these cages and they're like, here, take a duck.
Sure.
And last year the kids were.
Here, hold this animal we keep in a cage most of its life.
And last year the kid was small enough that we'd have to be like, don't choke it. You know, don't hold on to it so tight.
not
If you
a
squeeze
toy.
its neck any tighter, its head's gonna pop right
Yep.
off.
So I'm looking forward to that because it's gonna be so much fun.
Actually,
really
hey,
looking forward to that.
so that reminds me of a story. Can I share a story
Yeah,
real fast before we pass?
Wait, I want to say, hey,
Right
what's
ahead.
up, Poop on the Dog? Welcome to the show.
Oh, hey, poop on the dog.
Hey, poop on the dog.
So my daughter, speaking of animals and heads popping off, right? So
Let's go
my
many
daughter
ways.
this week, while we were in
go
California with the
anyway.
in-laws, we were making dinner and we were cooking chicken. And Olive came in and was like, "What are we making?" And my father-in-law was like, "We're making chicken." And she's like, "Wait," and it like clicked. Everything in life clicked all at one time. and she's like a chicken? And he was like, yeah, like a chicken. And she's all, we eat chickens? She's like, why would we eat a chicken? Chickens are our friends. Why would we eat a chicken? She's like, I have friends that are chickens. And
what was your dad moment? I want to know what
my father-in-law was like, hey, Jeff, come in here, dude. So I go in and we had to talk about eating animals. And it was honestly, like, I felt really guilty. Like, having a conversation with this person, they're nice. They don't hurt us. Why would we kill them and eat them? And I was like, because it's yummy. Like, you like chicken, right? You like it. You eat it. You eat it. You tell me why we eat it. You love it. But I felt really bad, man. That was like,
I'm gonna get veggie nuggets at McDonald's now.
that was a humbling experience to have a conversation with this really innocent person that just realized, like, all of the food she eats are her killed friends. Because she loves animals everywhere she goes. She like wants to cuddle chickens and hold animals and play with goats and whatever. And I'm like, all of those things you love, we've eaten.
They taste really good.
You love them that much.
The only thing you have held and I have not eaten is a cat. And every other kind of animal.
It's not good. It's not tasty.
Every other kind of animal.
Yeah, we've eaten dog. We've had. Have you?
Yeah, I've eaten dog.
My mom would threaten to kill my dog when I was little.
Really?
And eat him.
So Asian.
Yeah, I know.
That's legit.
Yes, I know.
So I guess. So are you taking her up to Baby Animal Days this weekend? You should skip
my
work
wife
tomorrow.
might.
Skip work to come with us.
I've
We're
already
all
been gone for like.
No, that's true. That's true.
What's another day?
I got some jobs I got to do.
We got some work to do.
You don't need
At
money.
work.
All right.
Rachel.
Poop on the dog.
Hey guys, I did lots of things. I
did?
went outside a couple of times. I'm really proud of myself.
Wow.
I know.
Went outside. This is the big announcement. Wonderful.
Guys, I know. I socialize very awkwardly nonetheless, but I socialize. Even so, one of my friends was like, Rachel, why are you being so weird? And I said, I just am, man. So that's the best way I can describe it. Right? That's why I don't leave. But I went to the Color Festival, Spanish Fork.
Nice. How was it?
It was pretty cool. I've never been before, and it's the only time where you can like throw things at people and not get in trouble for it.
Right.
You know, like
Do you
you
put
just go
rocks in
up
it?
and you just no.
Everyone touches each other?
Well, some
yeah, that
people would
sounds right.
throw, but I would just
You were painting people? Are you
Yeah.
sure you were? Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone takes
there's-
that E.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, right.
Everyone drops that E.
That's what I
Freaking-
panting.
Whoa, but it was pretty cool. I can't really explain how you just have to do it one day.
It's worth doing it.
Fun.
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
It was. It was.
We've done that. We've done the
the
color run, which is similar because it's not you're throwing it, but it's at certain stages at a 5K. That was fun.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was just kind of.
They have multicolored snot.
It's pretty. Yeah, no, my boogers were a beautiful purple. It was kind of. It was kind.
It's like eating a raptor ripple.
Kind of. That's what I got. I had a loogie, and I was like, I want to know what color this is. It's stuck in my. But we were smelling.
Hang on. Does everyone know what raptor ripple does to your poo?
I had no idea. No.
Turns
I've
it
never
blue.
heard this term.
Really?
Raptor ripple ice
Well, it's
cream.
ice cream
will
from
make
farts,
your,
right?
Will make your poop blue.
Or is it because our baseball team is the Raptors?
I don't know.
What Raptor Ripple? Okay.
I have no idea, but it
I'm
makes
going
your
down to
poop
get me
blue.
some right
Just
now.
for fun? Is it just for shits?
It's just for shits and giggles.
For
Pun
shits and giggles?
intended.
So I went to the Color Festival. That's pretty much all of my outside. Played video game wise. Borderlands, doing the Borderlands 2 with the boyfriend.
With Laffy Taffy.
With Laffy
All right,
Taffy.
all right. On the PC still, right?
PC.
Which is
yeah.
so much fun now that I know.
So are you
who it is.
switching
This
now?
is so much fun.
Now that three of us are gonna have it?
face to the name.
Yeah.
Now that three of us are going to have it
I'm
on
actually really
PS4?
excited because, as I've been telling people, is that like I just want to play a game with my friends, but they're all playing Destiny. They've all been playing Destiny since
going back-
freaking November.
and before that too.
August, right?
Yeah, it's
for
been
a
while.
very long
It's been a
time.
while.
So it's like I wanted to do
But
Evolve.
now I think we're-
wanted to do a lot of things. So the fact that I saw Drew playing it, I was like, all right, it's going to happen. It's
gonna happen.
It will happen.
We'll make it happen.
So
So you're saying you're getting it.
I think so.
Thanks to-
which is
thanks
kind
to my
of-
man
because I
Glenn.
have it on the PS3 and I have it on
All right.
the Steam
Like
and I have it on the
what?
PS4. But I mean, if the majority has it, it'll be worth it. It'll be fun. It'll be.
So
It would be awesome if we all
do we
played
play
together.
story mode together, or do we just level
can-
up and meet
all
some
of it,
point? Like
just do
I'm
whatever.
like a
Yeah,
little guy.
just jump in. Here's the thing.
just-
So
whoever
on
whoever
PS4,
games we
we'll all
join,
be low.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So whatever person you join on, you're playing at their level. So if you're a 4 and she's 20, and
She
you jump
joins-
into her game, you're fighting level 20 people, but you'll level up hella fast.
But you die.
Oh,
a lot.
because
So
you share all
you'll
those
die a
things.
ton, but you will level up insanely quick.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they'll also show you like if you're a good match. So they're like, no, this is not
this
an
is not-
optimal match.
You're gonna get your A kicked a lot,
Okay.
but
I
you
did
level
that
up
anyway
fast.
on level 4. I could not deadlift. So much hardness.
We don't talk about deadlift.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, I'm excited.
What else though? What else?
Also got a tattoo.
Show us. Show
I
us.
can't.
Show
It's
us.
under wraps right
Well, I know,
now.
but
Like
you can show us the.
literally
But
under reps.
But you will
So
all
much
see it
puns
next
today.
time. I know. I can't. You can't even handle it. It's surprised. It's Handsome Jack's face, actually.
Yep.
Kidding. That would be sweet though.
That'd be really sweet.
I got
I was like,
right
wow,
That
that's
would be kind of fun.
insane.
I know. I've seen a couple
That's
Borderlands tattoos that
dedication.
are fun.
Wait, did you say what it was, or are we not revealing? What
Not
it is?
revealing it.
Okay, watch us next week. We'll show you what it is.
If you know. And then I tried playing the indie game of the week, but I'm just indied out. I started playing for a little bit, and we played Unfinished Swan last week, and then Contrast, and I needed something more.
You needed something
I needed
sexy
a
with, like,
climax. I
high-
wanted
yeah.
good graphics. I wanted like voice
Sorry, did
dialogue.
you just say you needed a climax? Is that what you said?
Video game storyline climax.
Right,
Real
video
mature.
games.
Keep it PG, Drew. Damn.
Golly gee.
Context.
I may have already dropped the F-bomb, but I've got to keep this real.
We'll keep going.
It's the show to
Kick him in
remember.
the A.
So I started playing Black Flag
Okay.
last night.
Ah.
Which was
Officially.
I left at a really unfortunate part because I've been wanting to know who's
It's been out
in
for a
the
year,
Animus.
so just spill it.
I don't know because I left the Animus and then I was about to find out who I was.
Like the assassin?
No, the
Oh, the
person who's in
modern
the,
day.
Yeah, modern
Okay.
day.
Modern day you.
Because Desmond is no longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
thing.
didn't love the modern day side of Black Flag, but everything inside the Animus, I
Pretty
freaking
cool.
loved Black Flag.
I was kind of bummed out because you start off in a forest, in a jungle.
In like a little Caribbean jungle.
Far
thing.
Cry is what I got.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you're running around, you climb up trees, and I was like, this is exactly what I left off
Nope.
in Far Cry.
Give it-
Almost, but it gets better.
give it a couple
I'm sure it
hours.
gets better because I drove a ship and it was
The
awesome sauce.
sea fighting is awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It is so well done. Shockingly well done.
Yep.
I don't know.
Sea fighting.
I totally expected the battles at sea and the ships to be just garbage. I don't know why,
yeah.
but you just expect it to be, right? It's clunky. You're moving around this big ass
Giant ship,
boat.
you're doing
How is it
this, you're
supposed to be
doing
good?
this.
It works, man. It
Some
works.
people complained about that, I believe, too. Some people
Because
didn't like
I got
the
my
ship.
ass handed to me on
believe
those
it.
things.
Really?
I
It's
kind of
true.
want to play
That's
on a
what it
boat
is.
now.
I loved it. Once you
We're on a
upgrade stuff.
boat.
I want to be on a
thing
boat
is-
now.
I'm on a boat with my little shanties.
Flippy
So
floppies.
I don't know. This is gonna make me sound like I think I'm an expert on sea fighting, and
Tell
sea
us all.
warfare.
Tell
It's
us
so
all.
much-
I'm
No,
not.
come on.
Captain,
I'm not.
Captain
but
Jeff.
I've read a couple books
Yo
that
ho ho.
have sea battles,
Arr.
big ships, whatever. And so
Seen some documentaries,
loved,
I guess?
the tactical side of getting into position, avoiding their fire, because you have broadside cannons, you have fore and aft cannons, but the fore and aft cannons are very different from the broadside cannons. Broadside is where you don't want to be broadside of another ship, and so it's learning how to maneuver around a ship, use the waves to maneuver around the ships and stay away from the broadside cannons while putting them at your broadside. So it's
It's like the Pirate Sim 101.
fantastic.
It's really
I
cool.
love it.
I like the treasure maps. Treasure maps are fun. So I'm excited to play it if I get to it anymore. I don't
I
know.
think you'll like it.
We'll jump back into the game and I'll probably play a lot more Borderlands until I get a Vault Hunter tattooed on my neck.
There you go. A psycho. Just do a psycho right on your face.
symbol.
Just
right there.
vault hunter.
Just do a
That would work.
psycho right on your face.
That'd be cool. I keep telling everyone I was gonna get the siren symbols tattooed on me.
That'd be cool.
That'd be so cool.
I'm a meat
It's a large investment. It's a large investment in life. But yeah, so I've been productive.
I'm just here so I won't get fined. Oh, hey, thanks, Marshawn Lynch. Appreciate it.
Yay. So yeah, that's it. That's all. That was last.
That's busy. We've had a really busy week. That was
Yay.
I don't know, 35 minutes
That's
of
the most I've
catch
done
up.
in the
Yeah,
month.
we've been
Considering I
apart.
didn't play any
are-
Destiny,
Yeah, that
we
is
talked for a long time in this
But
first
we are
section.
so
Jeff also went
We are
outside.
entertaining, apparently.
Yeah, I went outside. This is the first time in a while I've talked about anything outside of Destiny. So that's
Drew-
cool.
Big
We
day.
also need to,
Drew falls in your
dude. We all need to
Yep.
get together and play some Helldivers too. I think about Helldivers all the time. That game is awesome. Anyway, moving on. Drew,
Yeah?
you're the guy.
I can do this.
Are you ready?
Yeah. All right, so Drew with the news. Thank you. I need the main camera here. Hey, we can go fast on the news. Do you have a 5:30 class?
No.
Hey, let's just go long. Let's just go long. All right. So here's the number one news for the day: limited edition Batman style PS4. So if you didn't get
Pretty.
the other stuff, there's a really, really good looking
Did it
Batman
sell out? 'Cause I heard it sold out.
Oh,
Someone
really?
told me
It
sold
wouldn't
out.
surprise me. It's sexy.
It's like
Yeah.
It is pretty good looking.
It's
yeah.
pretty.
Yeah,
And
it's pretty. It's kinda
like
silver-
an off-
silver
it's
and
an
black.
Off silver. It's like a dark
Off
silver.
silver. I
gray.
like
Can I just say,
space gray is what
Dating
Apple would
a
the
call
big
it.
special
art major.
edition PS4s, this like
Yes.
they have killed
Yes.
special editions this generation.
They have.
Last year's
For
generation, they
sure.
were always like gaudy and stupid. I love
Call of
like the
Duty.
minimalist
Yeah.
Yes.
approach
Yeah.
to
Figured out how to do this right.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like this minimalist design approach to these special editions, and
I'm gonna
just
show you.
freaking works.
I'm going to show you my special edition because I'm going to make my own. It'll be a one of a kind, but it's going to have Alice in Wonderland stickers on it. And it'll be, it's
Mine
going to be
has
like Told You
Pokemon,
Would or
so it's
something.
okay.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. So you're gonna wrap it?
I'm going to wrap
Are
it
you
with my
actually
own.
gonna do that?
I'm going to do my
That'd be
own
cool.
design on it and make it a minimalist Alice. It'll be wonderful.
What kind of Alice? Like book Alice or like
Like classic
Carol?
Tenniel Carol stuff. Yeah, those are my favorites. That's our news for number one. Number two news, and this one I think I'd like to hear from you guys on. But Spotify was tossed out there like a day ago, and it had
Tuesday.
1.5 million
success.
like installed on that first day. It was just day one. Wow, it was like people were just waiting and waiting and
Resoundingly
waiting.
positive
Yeah,
reviews. Everyone's saying that the reviews are fantastic.
I was this close.
I
Have you
thought it was
guys?
so smart of them to launch it the way that they did because it appears on your home screen and it's like sitting there like, hey, we're here. You
Guess
can
what?
download us
You
at
know
any
this
time.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it was like, why is Spotify suddenly on this? I didn't hear the announcement for it.
I didn't listen to LBK.
That's
No.
right.
It's like there's something missing in my life. And so what was fun is that I had it, I had my little iPod sitting next to me, and I had my headphones connected up to the audio because, you know, the rest of the world doesn't need to hear me
No.
play Borderlands. And so I was like running through like my Silverstein playlist, and it's running through my headphones and the Borderlands thing. I'm like, this is magic.
That's see, and I'm tempted this close to switch because I'm an RDO fan. I've always like just loved the UI. I love to have my music's all in RDO. Been there for almost a year and a half now. But when I saw that, I was like, I would really like to on some of these
Yeah.
games. I'd love to listen to my tunes. So
Yeah.
Spotify is.
If they could come
Spotify's
out
pretty
with,
great.
so one of my very favorite gaming experiences of my whole life. I grew up skiing, and like all my friends snowboarded. I grew up in the snow, and I remember playing Amped 2 and being able to put your own tracks
Yeah.
into the game, and it was like the first time I'd ever experienced that. And I didn't know it would do that. I just uploaded a bunch of songs onto my, I think at the time I was playing Xbox 360. I'd uploaded a bunch of songs to the hard drive, and I turned it on, and a movie script ending by Death Cab for Cutie came on as I got off the chairlift, and I was like, this is freaking amazing. And I was like, and now every time I ski, like if I ride with headphones, that's the first track that I start with every single time I go ride, and it all came from a video game. It was fantastic. So like that's cool because it lets you. The thing that's cool about it is it lets you like immerse yourself even more in a game by allowing you to be yourself within the game, right?
Yes.
By letting you listen to your own music, you're able to kind of express yourself within the game more, and so you have these additional connections to it that I think are valuable.
Agreed.
That's me, though.
Agreed. I'm excited.
Pretty sweet.
Yes.
In fact, we should have like an LBK like playlist built up in Spotify
That'd be cool.
that we all pitch into, and then
And all
fans
share.
and friends of the show could be like, "Hey, I'm gonna pull up my LBK list."
I'm down.
Cool. News number 3. This one is a given. PS Plus free games of April listed out for April. I have to wait a little bit. Wait a little bit because they come out little by little in the month of April.
Yes.
Today is April 1, which is kind of exciting.
Right. So get all of the March games
Yes, get them quickly.
right now. If you
Get them
haven't.
quickly because then they disappear. But coming out for April, PS4 they have Aru's Awakening. Is that a double A? Aru's. Never Alone, Tower of Guns, and then PlayStation 3, Aru's Awakening, Dishonored, and Tower of Guns, and the Vita gets Killzone Mercenary and Monster Bag.
extra bag.
But I don't know. I don't know anything about the Awakening one.
I don't know anything about it either. But I purchased Never Alone like a week and a half ago.
As did I.
Yeah.
Suckers.
So this is
But I love it. But I love it. It's very good.
I'm okay with giving them money.
Right. And so that was like a conversation starter. I thought as I was looking over this, I was like, there are a lot of people that I think these really good indie games come out and they're like, it's going to be on PlayStation Plus anyway, so I'm just not going to buy it. And like that's a gamble, first of all, right? Because it may never end up there. And
right.
You miss
once that game is kind of out of the loop or out of like kind of the conversation time that it has, like indie games get so little press that it's like there's this sweet spot where it drops that like you have a week or two where people are talking about it enough that you'll even remember that it exists, right? And so I don't know, what do you guys think? Like for me, if it's a good indie game, I have no problem spending money on it. Like I think they totally, like a good developer, especially an indie game developer, like I want them,
right?
If they're good, I want them to keep making games and I want them to be successful.
Right.
A great example of that is Drinkbox with
the Guacamelee stuff.
Guacamelee.
Yeah, great.
Holy crap. That game was freaking awesome. So awesome. Good. Like I want more games like that. I want games at that level and at that caliber. So like when I play Castlevania games now, I'm in 2D side scrollers. I'm like, this is not Guacamelee. Like these guys need to take a class over at the school of Guacamelee because Guacamelee is so superior to this. And I just think games like Never Alone not only are great games, but they're really great stories.
Yeah.
They deserve to be told. They deserve to be heard. And so I don't know, if you're waiting around for games on the chance that they'll go free, it's worth at least entertaining the thought of purchasing them. Like these guys make great games.
Yep. Agreed.
Quite.
Agreed.
And before we jump into the other one, the other thing that is going on that I forgot to mention, you said April 1st, which reminded me it is my mom's birthday today.
Oh dang.
Yes, so she has an April Fool's birthday. So
How fun is that? What have you done?
I know. I have this image in my head of my grandmother going up to my grandfather and saying, Ed, it's time. And him going, yeah, that's funny. No, get in the car. So there's my little sidetrack. So happy birthday, Mom. Yay. You won't watch this,
happy
but that's
birthday.
Okay.
That's
probably better that you don't watch it.
Yeah. We've been a little crazy today.
Oh,
sorry.
you don't know my mom.
Oh, she loves this stuff.
I need to point out
aren't
too.
they just precious?
I need to point out too before we move on from this point. If you haven't played Dishonored, it is
Is that a good
freaking
one?
awesome. Dishonored is one of the best PS3 games that
people are
ever
saying.
existed.
Yeah.
It's like
Fantastic. Very, very good. Needs to be played.
Is that
Came out
plug
same
in
time
Whose is
as,
it?
like, BioShock Infinite.
It is by Bethesda.
Is it Bethesda?
It's by Bethesda, and it is freaking awesome.
I shall
It
try
is
that.
very,
I may
very
hold on
cool.
to the PS3 just long enough to
You
keep
have to.
playing.
That's a game worth hanging on to.
Keep
the
playing
PS3.
You
games.
just need to hang out of the PS3 period.
You do.
I do. I know it's tough.
Just let it.
It's
There's all
like
the-
cash in hand.
Nope.
No. Just swap. Okay. News number 4 though. Here's one that I think is kind of cool. They've reintroduced the PlayStation Underground. Now I was not in the PlayStation world years ago when they had it as a magazine. Is that what it was? I
I
believe.
was an infant at the time.
And you were young.
It was a nice.
So it was a video magazine, and a series of demo discs that Sony would send out in the late '90s. So it was my era. I was there, but I wasn't
had it.
Sonying. I wasn't PlayStationing.
course you did.
But they brought it back in the form of a soon-to-be weekly, but right now bi-weekly show that's very much like this. Really? I mean, it sounds like, except that they'll have a little bit more access to people, games, and things. But the one I watched had 4 of them sitting on the couch. 3 of them were from the show, and one was the developer from Harmonix, just talking about the new Amplitude game that'll be coming to PS4. And they just sat there and did exactly what we do here, switching the game, put the show up, put them in the corner, and they just talked about the whole thing, and they just chatted. And I think we're a little more entertaining, just saying.
Absolutely. And our production value is way better.
But if you need a female.
Yeah, and that's true. That was like a sausage
need one.
fest.
Or me.
So that anyway, check it
Jeff
out.
with the
PlayStation Underground. They're just getting off the ground to support it. I think it's a really cool idea. They will probably have one in 2 weeks, and they hope eventually to get it to weekly. Maybe we should hit them up and just tell them that this is, we could take it over. In the
Copy
off
We're already
weeks,
doing this,
You
pal.
yeah, in the off
copycatted
weeks, be
us.
like, we'll be there for you.
We invented gaming podcasts.
Please. We were the first
Better
Sony.
believe it. All right, last news of the day. This is show news number 5. The fact that the PlayStation View, which we've done a little bit, talked a little bit about PlayStation View, picked up the AMC networks
Oh yeah.
Yay.
So
and
even
there's some
one
pretty
more
great
thing.
things on AMC.
Joy.
to let go of your cable and stuff. So
It's time.
Walking Dead,
Next time I gotta
what else?
reimburse. Next time I gotta renew stuff. Cable's going away.
Just gotta go
I'm gonna
away.
tell them like I'm gonna do every threat I can to just get rid of cable without raising the price of my. Every time I try to cancel my cable,
Oh, just raise
they're
it.
like we'll lower it by $30. We'll give you these many more channels. Like
For 3
it
months.
makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like I just
Yeah.
want internet.
Just give
me
it- yeah,
internet.
just give it me.
And like,
Yeah.
well, if you do just internet, it's going to stay at the same price, and your speeds are going to go down.
Yes,
But
that's what I
If you
did.
do cable, we will keep you at this high in
speed.
megabytes,
Yep.
and we're going to include HBO.
Yep,
And
I got the same
and
discussion.
this. And it's like,
I said,
fine,
No.
shit.
really? I
have
said
any
no.
other
I
options.
said no. I shoved the console. I already had it pulled out of my house, and I was right there to the store. I was like,
don't
no,
have-
you
I don't
take
have
this.
any-
You do whatever the hell you want
I
with my
don't have any
internet.
other options. Like, I need it to
I
be as
get you.
cheap as possible
That's
with
true.
good speed. And where I live, like all of the other
want better
local,
speed.
all of the other local internet providers
too.
are slow as balls. Like,
Yeah,
they are
that's a hard thing.
freaking
That's a hard thing.
ridiculous.
I will move to Salt Lake to
Digis,
get my
yeah.
fiber on.
If once fiber's in Salt Lake City,
It's coming.
adios Ogden.
I'm moving.
You have no idea. Like I can see the Ethernet cable being trailed from Salt Lake to where y'all live.
Yep.
It's like a little
Yep.
splitter.
Yep.
Drew and Jeff.
It's hard. It's hard and sad. But that, my friends, is the news.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Rachel.
I can't.
Rachel can't.
She can.
She can't and she won't.
Can, and it's mobile.
Yay.
Oh.
Okay.
Ever heard of a laptop?
Little it is. It's different.
So thin.
Fat. I know.
Yeah.
You all with your little special new cords, new chargers.
It's new.
Not your
cord.
new
cords.
charger.
So Rachel's
You have the new
typically in
one?
charge of the new
Hey,
releases.
that's me. I
Take it
can't
away,
talk-
Rachel.
I can't talk quite as deep as Jeff, but okay.
It's close.
So PlayStation 4, we have Axiom Verge, made MLB 15, The Show, Paperbound, RBI Baseball 15, Rack and Ruin, Tukiden, Kiwami,
Doogie.
and then Whoa Dave.
Whoa.
Complete with exclamation
I
points.
love
Whoa, Dave.
That was a great pronunciation.
that?
I loved it.
Wait a minute. Where's the apostrophe? Or the wow, comma.
Hyphen.
Comma. Whoa, comma, Dave.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Whoa,
Dave.
No, it's just
Or it's
Whoa Dave.
which
Whoa
means everybody
Dave.
else is supposed to
Whoa.
whoa Dave.
Yeah.
If you get a
Oh.
chance, whoa Dave for me.
It's the other whoa.
Oh, grammar jokes.
Whoa, beyond two.
So for PlayStation 3, we have Anna Extended Edition. So you have to pause there.
Yep.
It's a hyphen.
That's an M dash, not an N dash.
It's long. We have an MLB 15, The Show. We have Tabletop, Cricket, Ultimate Action Triple Pack, and Ultimate Stealth Triple Pack. For Vita, we have Doodle Kingdom.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's like the drawing doodle.
go ahead.
Doodle Kingdom, MLB 15, The Show, and Run Sackboy Run, and Tukiden Kiwami. Sackboy, like,
Kiwami.
is this a little LBP spinoff?
I think so.
Sackboy. I don't think you do it without
Cute.
being allowed to.
Maybe
yeah.
it's, I don't know.
Run,
And then-
Sackboy, run.
Right, Vita and see what happens.
And for digital classics, we have MX versus ATV Untamed and Shadow Tower.
Those old games were freaking awesome. The old MX versus ATV games. Those were always a lot of fun. So, one thing worth noting, if you play the show, MLB The Show 15 is supposed to be pretty dang cool because it's going
Baseball?
to be able to be taking your team's your team progresses and will continue to progress throughout future iterations of the game now.
Oh,
So your franchise is not limited to just the 2015 game,
really?
which is pretty cool. A lot of people that are heavily invested in these MLB the game or the show games end up playing, a 3-4-year-old game because they don't want to lose
Right, all the work
Everything.
that they've done.
the team that they've put together.
Mm-hmm,
And so now, with some of the things that they've upgraded in the game, you're going to actually be able to take your progress with your team throughout future iterations of the game.
It's like Pokemon.
Does it matter to me
No.
at all? No, nope, not at
Sports
all,
games
because I
are
don't play
hard.
that. But if you do, it's good, and that's cool. I mean, it's cool that you can do that. It's kind of like what BioWare did with Mass Effect years ago, so it's
Right.
about time the
That's
sports team
right.
caught up.
Right.
They're doing it for baseball. I wonder how
Yep.
long it'll take for like
All the others,
all the
sports.
other sports games.
All right, so this week, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do an indie game of the week. As always, we were going to do Road Not Taken. However, we are going to be rescheduling that because
Yeah.
I was out of town
I got no
and
good
lazy,
excuse, yeah.
and everyone else was just lazy.
I
except
tried.
for
No,
You-
I
you-
tried.
Rachel.
You got-
I
Rachel
tried.
played.
I was just indied out.
She
She's
needed
indied out.
more.
I needed
So
thickness.
we are going to be postponing the indie game of the week, Road Not Taken, until next week. And in the meantime, I wanted to have a conversation about something we talked about 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
So 2 weeks ago, was it 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
2 or 3.
4?
I was
I'm gonna say
here.
2.
Echochrome
The Echo Chrome
was
was about the time. Yeah.
was the thing that kicked off this conversation, because Drew, I don't know if everyone here knows, Drew's a pretty mellow dude. He's a chill guy.
I don't know.
Can be.
I
Likes
can't.
candy, and that's about it.
That's it.
I've seen him freak out once, and it wasn't even really a freak out, but
Probably over
a
frame rates.
student cut
Probably.
Oh yeah.
$5,000 piece of carpet in half,
Yeah. That one got me.
and he was pissed.
Yeah.
And it was the only time. And I've known Drew 4 years,
At least.
4-ish years.
Yeah, it's
a
been a long
while.
time.
We've known each
It's been
other
a long
while.
time, yeah.
It's the only time I've ever seen Drew freak out. And again, he was very composed, considering he had just had a $5,000 piece of carpet cut in half.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
The joke.
when
was,
I learned that he had played Echochrome and Rage Quit, I was shocked.
It's true. It's
Because
absolutely true.
Echochrome is a very chill game.
That was part of the anger. Like,
Like the
it was all like Clockwork Orange on me, because you were the whole time you're listening to this classical music, and
Right.
it's supposed to be like, relaxing,
Like
but
Zen.
yet it was still building this like, the hell is going on? Line up, hit the. Anyway, yes, that strange. It could have been
Right.
the meds.
So, Drew does take heavy
Heavy dose of
heavy
sugar.
amounts of medication,
Sugar.
both
Counteract
legal
it.
and illegal.
Counteracting the sugar.
Right, that's another thing. He has kind of a sugar problem, so
I do.
he's a
It's just
closet
an imbalance,
diabetic.
you guys.
Who
That's all
knows?
it was.
Anyway, so it got me thinking at the time, like, it would be fun to just talk about games that we've rage quit. What games have we played that made us so angry we just didn't want to look at it again and went right back to GameStop?
I had to get up and take a walk.
Like, you had to return it and you're just done. And it maybe even made you take a break from gaming for a while. Like, you were
Right.
just so distraught. Does anyone want to go first?
Well, I'll start with, because me, I don't rage that much. So I'll give you the few moments, and I think that when we did, and I've told this story, but Metal Gear, when I couldn't figure it out, I didn't, give it 20 minutes of walking around the same screen and figuring out I can't go any farther. It may have been that my brain was not quite developed enough at that
Wasn't
young
ready.
age, but that was one that I did not ever touch again. Like, the whole series, like, it was just like, forget it. I can't, if I can't get in the back of a Jeep or whatever I was supposed to do, and if I can't figure that out, I'm not going to do it. That and then Echochrome. Other than that, I don't know. I don't think I've raged anything. But I'm assuming that you guys have had a few moments.
Just
I
a
can
few.
totally see that.
Just a couple. Just Robin.
I want to see that. That's what I want to see.
Everyone. I hope everyone had their volume down
Yeah.
at home, because
We're
that hurt my
sorry.
ears too.
That was fantastic. Do it again. How'd that go again? No. Mine has to be it's a tie. Like, in my recent experiences, the Lightning Returns, the Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns.
I didn't think about that. 'Cause that could be one of mine.
You know what? It wasn't like even a rage quit. It was just like I got 15 minutes into it. They have apparently sapped all of the emotions out of this.
So you only made 15 minutes?
I got 15 minutes into it. I got into the storyline. Well, 15 minutes of gameplay.
Okay.
And, well, so that was like 15 minutes of gameplay and like 3 hours of exposition.
Yeah, there was a ton of just
Yeah, so like when,
cutscenes through the freaking game.
like when I could actually do something and like walk around, like, okay, I'm supposed to solve this mystery, and I had no connection to it. And they sapped the emotions, and that was like a story device that they created. Like, there wasn't any meat to it.
Right.
There wasn't anything for me to chew on, and so I just took it out of the console, and it was like this kind of like ceremonious thing. Like, I had opened it and put it in. I was kind of cautious about it. And I played it, hit the eject, put it back in the case, just put it back on the shelf, and just kind of cried a little bit. I just like,
never again.
I've killed my franchise.
It's depressing.
So that was the tie for the number one. It was more like the disappointment, like, you know, the worst thing that your parents can never do is like say that you disappointed me, instead of like, how dare you, I couldn't believe you do that. It's just like, I'm just disappointed. I can't talk to you right now.
I've been saving that one
Oh.
for my girls.
And it's like,
It's gonna be
please
great.
yell at me.
Right?
And then it was Unity. So
Oh.
Assassin's Creed Unity. It was just like, you
This
could have
sucks so
been so good, and you aren't. So again, it was the franchise death for me for both of those.
Ouch,
Good
yeah.
thing I'm playing Black Flag.
Yeah, Mr. Kenway.
I liked Black Flag a lot.
Oh yeah,
excited.
yeah.
Rachel, do you rage quit things?
So there's a couple that come to mind. The first one that comes to mind is multiplayer. So it's not actually the game itself, it's the other players. And this will probably be the reason why I will forever always hate multiplayer
Yeah.
for FPS type. It was Halo.
Oh,
Halo 3.
don't even.
No.
Oh, you went into like the bro haven.
I was like, no, Call of Duty was the bro haven.
Oh,
This is the nerd. These are the nerd bros. These are the nerd bros. So my friends and I would get together and we would always play every night. It was a ritual. It was junior high summer ritual.
Does sound delightful.
But there was one, and it was on Valhalla, and it was Big Team Slayer, and it was Big Daddy 8988. Just had it for me, had it for my little Spartan, and he would just snipe me every time. Every time, and he knows. He never. He didn't even hear my screams. I was in a party chat, and it was just. He would. The worst part is he would go to my spawn points, and he would find me on my spawn points.
Camped.
Yeah. No, so I would die, but it didn't matter because I would just respawn, and then he'd get me again. So I was violent. I broke my controller actually. That was the maddest I've ever been. I broke my controller, and I didn't want to play online after that. I didn't want to play. Didn't want to play. Nope.
I understand. I feel your pain.
The next one that comes close is probably when I was recently playing God of War. I was playing God of War again, and there's a swimming part where you're swimming and you have to time it just right because these blocks come and they push you, and you have to dive under. You have to dive under the blocks into this hole, and then it's all about timing, and I couldn't get it, and I had to step away from God of War for a little bit. It's like, Kratos, you're doing me wrong right now. You're not swimming fast enough.
Drop the
So,
ball on
yeah,
you.
I know. So those are, but mostly online play. A couple of zombies times too, but
Yeah, I can't handle online very well.
Yeah, me either. So I was always a story, third person type of gal.
Yep.
So
Yep. Swipe.
I feel you.
yay.
I feel you, dog.
What about you, Jeff?
I have a couple.
I'm sure.
So the most notable one is Dark Souls.
Oh.
I am not.
That's built for
Here's the
rage
thing.
quit.
I'm not typically a rage. Like, I typically am not the guy that quits. Like, I have fun playing. I get pissed, and even when I'm pissed, I'm like,
it's true. You're like a
I
rage
have
play.
fun. So like, when we're playing.
Unless.
I mean, Drew, you've been with me when we've been fighting Crota. In fact,
Oh, yeah.
several people in the chat. Freddie's been with me fighting Crota. KT's been with me when we're fighting Crota, and like one or two people just aren't doing it right.
Yeah.
Like, everything in the Crota fight is timing and communication. And as long as those two things are happening, and when someone's communicating to you, like when the sword bearer tells you, shoot those rockets, guys, shoot them, and one person shoots them and everyone else is just dicking around, and you know, you've been battling for 40 minutes and you go up with a sword and get crushed, holy crap, that is infuriating. But I hate to be the guy that leaves before it's
bailer.
finished.
Right. That's
So like,
the hardest thing.
I'll be like, I'm gonna rage quit. I'm gonna rage quit. I'm so freaking pissed. And then I'm like, one more time. Let's just do it. We got to do it. We can rally. We
Just
can
that
do
guy.
this. I'm the positive guy.
The
It's like,
motivator.
I'm pissed, but we can do it. We can figure this out. And
He's good. He's good. You guys got to get in there with us because it feels like I have this vision of Jeff like standing with his like full suit of armor and his helmet on, and he's like Army Jeff. He's like, yeah, exactly. He's like,
I can see this
listen,
like
you
Braveheart
two,
style.
you're going left. You two, you're going that way, and you two are coming with me. Like he just
fancy
Right,
words
I'm
in there.
very like
Well,
so.
it's, like,
and
methodical.
L7 is exactly right. So L7 6 shots just said mechanics is easy, just finding players that can execute. He's exactly right.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, so I spent several years in the military, and when I'm helping people through a raid, I kind of approach it the same way. Like, okay, we have assignments. You're doing this. You're doing this. You're doing this. And I'm very like I feel like I'm very clear.
But it is.
I am.
In fact, I think some of the guys, because when I get there, I'm like listening. I'm like, okay, this is what we're doing, and some of the guys, I think, because they've done it so many times with you, are just like, come on, Jeff, we're gonna do this now, not knowing that you are really trying to help the new people that were, sharpening
so they can
through,
keep up.
so they keep up and they know
Right.
exactly what's going on with every part of the puzzle.
But I'm like
so it goes
meticulous
along.
in the way that I explain
are,
everything
yeah.
because once you know everything and once you understand the mechanics of what you're doing, executing is easy. But if you're not listening, or if you think you know better,
That's the hardest
So
one.
just like
just
what
don't.
L7 6 shots did. So mechanics is easy, just finding players that can
exactly,
execute.
yeah, totally. And
You know him.
it's just so incredibly frustrating. So incredibly frustrating. So like I get pissed, but especially if I'm playing with other people, I hate to feel like I'm letting people down. Like when I was
Daddy
still in the
issues.
phase of like figuring out maybe.
Yep.
But when I was in the phase of like figuring out hard mode, like when everyone was trying to figure out and get the timing down for hard mode, you had to plan on wiping at Crota for like 4 hours. Like you were doing 4 hours of dying in one spot. And eventually it got to the point where like everyone was pissed, everyone wanted to quit, but nobody wanted to quit on the other people. And that's one of the cool things I think about co-op gameplay is maybe not cool. Maybe it handcuffs you to everybody else. But I like that. And like
I like to be free.
and it's really frustrating when people do leave because it's like,
broken.
now I got to find another person. It's just a pain. But games that I've actually bounced on, so the raid has a lot more bugs that slow down even when veteran players do the raids too. So there's other things out of control. Fresh players with no gear or knowledge, it gets to be a grind. Right, totally.
These guys are the grinders.
Exactly right.
Yep.
So he understands.
Come play with us.
Yeah, join us. Add me, Mr. Hawks. Play through it with us. But games that I've actually quit. So Dark Souls was one that is just so like apparent and just like blatant in my mind. And part of the problem is I totally fell into. Please, Jeff doesn't have friends. Thank you.
Add him.
So as we've progressed from like NES era games where you had to memorize how to do certain things, I have really appreciated that I haven't had to do that. Like I haven't had to memorize like, okay, we're gonna go 3 steps forward and then we're gonna take a left and then we're gonna go 6 steps forward and then we're gonna take a right. That's what Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne is. It is memorizing mechanics for every single individual enemy that you could possibly fight. You're gonna know that if it's a skeleton dude with a shield, you're gonna roll and attack. If it's a ghoul, you're gonna do this and then roll and then attack. Like, and I get to the point, especially like I'm a lot like Rachel. Like I like a third person kind of RPG that is telling me a story. And so when I play a game that has a story to be told, and I can't get to the story, it makes me lose my mind. And so I remember like it was 1 or 2 months after I'd gotten to Tacoma and was doing all my active duty training as a flight medic. And I had just finished up SEER school, which is where they like beat you up and you go through like interrogation techniques and they punch you and stuff. And I was like, I just need a break. I just need to go home and I'm finally home. I'm done with all this crap. I'm gonna have a break. So I bought Demon Souls because it had like a 98 on Metacritic, and I sat down and I played for 4 hours and I never got farther than like 20 minutes into the game at any point.
Wow.
And I was like, this. I'm done.
My life is
done.
over. Table flip.
I was so angry. I was so angry. And I returned it to GameStop, and I was done with video games for like 2 months.
Wow.
I didn't play a single game because I was like, I need it. Like, video games for me are my release. Like, they're my escape, you know?
Thanks, yeah.
They fill my what is it? Uses and gratification theory. Like they are my escape from the realities that I live in every day. And so
Your degree taught you something.
I learned something from my degree, guys.
Theory. Theory is everything.
But that game totally took that away from me. Like it took away that break.
No.
It took away that escape. And so I was like, I'm effing done. Another game.
Wait, now this time it's effing?
It is now because it's going to take you an hour
He's
to get
calming
this
down.
thing fixed.
He's calming down.
I'm calm now. I'm good.
Wootha.
Happy,
All right.
Happy games.
Anyway, so Two Worlds 2. Any of you guys play this? So Two Worlds 2 is a game that purported to be like this giant open world RPG that was Oblivion-esque. You know, it was a third-person view fantasy RPG. And it looked amazing. The videos of it looked amazing. All the trailers leading up to it. The gameplay footage looked just fantastic. And it had a 76 on Metacritic. And I remember looking at the reviews and being like, how can a game that looks this good get a 76? Because I'm like a snooty gamer that like, if it's a AAA game and it's not above an 80, I just never touch it. So this game, I was like, it's a 76. It's almost an 80. I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
And I picked it up. The game looks incredible. The character customization is awesome. The way that the attacks look, the way that the grass blows as the winds change, like it looks absolutely incredible, far and above Oblivion when it came out. But the mechanics of the game and the actual gameplay were totally broken. And I remember playing through it and just being like, who the hell thought this was done? Like,
Why'd you make this and send it out?
I was 2 or 3 hours in, and I was like, I'm blown away that someone thought this game was ready to go because it's total crap. And that was the first time I was like, man, you can have a game that looks absolutely incredible and it's dog shit. And that was Two Worlds 2. And then a game that so this is my different kind of twist on it. A game that I freaking love that I rage quit several times was Uncharted 3.
I could see.
There are several throughout the Uncharted series. There are several gunfights that are just brutal. Like they're just there to make you shoot the guns. That's all they're there to do is make you just bang your head
Don't die.
against your guns. Like it's just like, it's just not working. I gotta find ammo. In Uncharted 3, there's a scene where you're at this like in the wreckage of this ship that has sunk, and you're swimming in between all of these like big storage bins. Do you remember this? You're like swimming around them, you have to climb up them, and people are like shooting rockets at you, AK-47s, and you're just having to like pick off one at a time. And if one dude gets around you, you're dead. And I spent probably like 2 or 3 hours trying to get past it. I quit probably 6 different times and then came back, and I'm glad I got past it because I love the Uncharted series. I love the story that's told there. But there are a couple of fights throughout the Uncharted series that are unnecessarily brutal that just drive me flipping off the wall, make me so frustrated.
I'm trying to think if I had any when I played Uncharted. No. Guacamelee.
Walk the
Very
tree.
end.
No, I got stuck on the stupid tree because it's that button combo. It's
Yeah.
that because when you're the 2 seconds you're in the air, you need to change the world and you grab on still. And yeah, that one
I
got
didn't
me.
like to
I
play some
stopped. That's actually where I stopped playing the game.
That was your rage.
Yeah, I didn't quit, but
It was
we
like,
moved on. But I was like, I'm mad.
But it's. I think there's something like worth exploring with the rage quit. Like the concept of rage quit is kind of a fun, like cathartic movement, right? It's like this means too much to me at this moment, or something. You know, something. There's something in there. I think that is kind of like okay. There's
also like it means too much, and I'm emotionally involved, but it's also something that I can control. I don't have to go on. This is my choice to continue. No, I won't get the full completion of the story, but I have the power to say no.
Yep, I can take a break. I can move
No.
aside.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
we
just
should
like
totally- we
not
should totally
being able to have that power in real life.
Be like, this is too much.
Really stressed out at school, like can't do this.
Can't
So
do
it's your ability to stop.
Gosh, that would be
Oh yeah,
nice,
totally
actually.
paper.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
That would be nice. Like the one time that
Dr.
I rage
Hazlett, I'm rage quitting.
God,
I'm rage quitting right now. I'm sorry.
I can't do that.
Like,
Almost
I
a-
get you, bro.
It's like It's all right. You just
That's
go out into the
cool.
hall and you reset. You just reset and then you come back.
Take a breath like
Make
a
sure
big boy.
Let's all wipe.
You play
Yep.
you play some Nino Kuni, you come back.
Yeah.
Get the vibes going. Get that good
Get
wholesome
that
happy
positive vibe.
happiness.
Give your little animal some chocolate.
That's what we got. That is the
Ice
answer
cream
to everything.
sundae.
Yep.
Yep.
Watch them dance a little bit. I still can't believe you haven't played that.
I'm close. There's other.
Of all the games ever, I feel like Nino Kuni was just
Borderlands.
made for Rachel.
I just don't want to plug in my PlayStation 3 again.
I get that.
It's going behind the TV and.
I get you. I get you. All right.
Struggle.
That wraps up the show, guys. We've gone a little bit long, I think, today.
Yeah.
That's all right. We've
it's
had a lot of
perfect.
short ones
We
lately.
had the
Yeah.
opportunity.
No, I'm glad we got to do it. KT, I apologize for all the F-bombs. He
I'll
said
fix 'em.
an F-bomb here or there is fine, but not much more than that.
He has his
And,
limits. He has his limits.
Wait. Do a
L7,
t-shirt.
yeah, L7 said, I'm going to make a t-shirt with you holding a cupcake with the phrase on it, here or there is fine, but not much more than that.
But with the asterisk and the @ sign and the string sign,
Right,
like that
but
just makes
without the swears.
Right,
so
that just makes it much
that'd be very cool. And that does it,
I
ladies and
believe-
gentlemen,
yes.
for today's show.
Yeah.
I
Solid
apologize
show.
for the curses.
We're very.
We were talking
offended.
about rage quitting, guys.
Dude, it's
That
only
is an
appropriate.
appropriate show to have the Fs.
Not safe.
Yes.
Normally they
And I'm
don't
gonna
come out.
have KT come across on Twitch and it's like, no, but I will not do this.
Right. Anyway, my name is Jeff Hawks. You can follow me on Twitter at Jeff Hawks. You can follow me on the PlayStation Network at Mr. Hawks.
Mr. Hawks.
MRHOX, not Marox or M-Rox. I don't know, it's MRHOX, Mr. Hawks. Dude. I don't understand why it's so hard.
People are very smart.
And in real life, I'm just Jeff.
That's true. We do
So,
call you just Peaky Blinder Jeff.
I'm the Peaky Blinder.
This
podcast is under new management by order of the Peaky Blinders.
Finish that.
Oh
You got Rubio up there. He's also
Anyway.
been into the Peaky Blinders.
That show's awesome.
It's good.
You should all watch it. With me, as always, and I'm really grateful they were all here today, Miss
Rachel.
Rachel Hernandez.
Yeah, it's me. It's Pirate Rachel with a 3 instead of an E.
And the Doc, Robin.
The Doc. Wow, that's like Doc Holiday.
Doc Robin.
It's like, where's my tuberculosis? Yep.
Where can we follow you?
Robin Hazlett at Robin Hazlett. Like the thing that's been like running across.
Me and Robin
the
are hella original.
bottom.
Yeah.
And as always, Drew Tyler.
You can find me at Night20, KNITE20, and 100
And that is on the Twitters and the
yeah,
PSNs.
Yeah, $100 if you can figure out what that means.
All right.
All the aliases.
And
Oh, don't forget we're here every Wednesday at 4 o'clock. We try to be
4-ish
live
Mountain
on
Time.
Twitch. Yep.
Yep.
And you can get the show usually in your podcast and you subscribe on your iTunes. And you get that usually next day. We do pretty good
Yep,
with that.
Wednesday
Listen
nights,
to us
Thursdays.
whenever you
So also happy April Fool's Day, everyone.
Yeah.
And I will be live on Twitch tonight. If anybody wants to join the conversation that's happening there, feel free to join us. KT will be with me, and so will Render 21. So
I wish I want. But I'm slacking so much this week.
It's whatever.
I got too much to do.
Anyway, that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. Adios.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Left hand salute.